The time that people spend devoted to their musical development, which includes both frequency and duration, depends on the reasons they have for wanting to be good in the first place. Many students feel that unless they have their bass firmly in their hands, then they won't be able to practice anything effectively. But they're dead wrong, and I'm here to explain why. Today I'm going to teach you 6 things that you can practice without your bass. So grab a pen and paper and pay close attention, because you just might want to write this down. When the famous concert pianist Arthur Schnabel was asked why he didn't spend much time practicing the piano compared to other classical pianists, he replied, "Because I practice in my head." Practicing in your head first by visualizing your fingerboard is a powerful way to continue the learning process when you don't have your bass to hand. By using your left hand fingers to feel the notes that you're simulating can become the basis for learning a bunch of stuff while on the go. This can be useful for memorizing new songs, tricky passages, form, and rhythmic phrasing. This also helps to correct unwanted conditioned reflex developed through bad practice habits, including incorrect fingerings, rhythmic attack, and much, much more. Another great drill to practice without your bass is what I call the mental reinforcement game. I developed this over 30 years ago and is a great routine to really begin to understand how notes function in relation to chords, tensions, and scales. An example of this would be to start with a major scale and mentally picture the note C as the root, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, while being cognizant of what the root of all those scales would be. For example, if we start with C and we said C would be the root of what major scale, and of course that's an easy one, you'd say C major. But what about if we said C is the 2nd degree of what major scale, and then you'd say B flat. And then C is the 3rd, and that would be A flat. C is the 4th, that would be G. The 5th, that would be F. The 6th, E flat, and the 7th, D flat major. This is really an effective drill, and you can apply this concept to all the scales, modes, chords, chord tensions, triad pairs, trichords, diatonic harmony, chordal harmony, and the list goes on and on. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably have discovered that you do have some downtime in your schedule, especially when you're traveling by car, bus, or train, where you can easily hook up your MP3 player or phone and start listening to some ear training tapes. Now, there are some useful apps like the Functional Ear Trainer or Ear Sharpener, but to be honest, I prefer to make my own. I have some good ear training MP3s that come as part of my book, Functional Harmonic Concepts. I believe that when studying any theoretical or harmonic concept, you should immediately back this up with isolated ear training exercises so that you can start to learn and understand how to define the particular sound that you're working on. 20 minutes a day is enough for this kind of work, and what a better way to tick this off the list while you're killing some time without your bass. Writing down various chord sequences in every key is a great way to practice without your bass. You know, it's not just a matter of memorizing the letter names of the chords, but also the numerical function of each chord sequence. For instance, if you take a 2 minor 7, 5, 7 to 1 major 7 in the key of C, it'll be D minor 7, G7 to C major 7. But in A flat, it's B flat minor 7, E flat 7 to A flat major 7. You can also apply this to a variety of common harmonic sequences and gradually move your way up to more abstract chord structures. You'd be surprised at just how much this helps once you strap your bass back on. Learning to count and tap out rhythms is at the cornerstone of developing your rhythmic vocabulary. And a great way to do this is by tapping out quarter notes with your left hand while tapping out the rhythmic line that you're learning with the right hand, along with counting out loud. You can do this anywhere, and you can tap on anything. You can tap on a tabletop, you can tap on a book, or you can even tap on your legs. It has to be said that during periods of downtime, don't forget to listen. I have a whole video on this subject, so if you haven't seen this one yet, then you can watch it by simply clicking on the link just up here. This is where you're learning to develop all the different types of ears that include rhythmic, harmonic, melodic, and orchestral. This is a great thing to do when you're on the go as well, in the car, train, bus, on an airplane, even when you're running or working out. Hey, thanks for watching today, and if you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. I'd like to give a big shout out to one of my students, Joe Headley, who asked me to do this video today. And I'd also really like to hear some of your ideas for what you'd like me to teach you in future videos. So please leave some comments below. You know, I'd really like to check that out and see what you guys come up with. And another thing, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's really important to me that you do so. You know, I've checked out my YouTube analytics on this and done my homework, and I've found that there's lots of people who watch these lessons, but they still haven't subscribed. Also, remember to click on that bell in the right-hand corner to receive weekly notifications for brand new lessons. Until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.